Every legend leaves a trace. Some linger in memory, others in things that were never meant to fall into human hands. In the Myths Belief Store, you'll find artifacts, talismans, and relics steeped in the darkness of ancient faiths. Enter if you dare to touch what is forgotten and terrifying. Link in the description. In the darkest corners of the deep forest, where human footsteps are rare and the trees seem to whisper among themselves, there dwells a being one should never provoke. Borowy, the Lord of the Woods, spirit of wild nature, guardian of animals and ruler of the trees. Who is this powerful entity, and why did our ancestors believe he could kill with a single glance or save a life? It's time to step into the heart of the forest, where humans are no longer in charge. Borowy is one of the most recognizable and at the same time most unsettling figures in Slavic demonology. His appearance always blended human traits with the raw essence of the wilderness, as if he were a living bridge between the world of people and the world of the forest. He was most often described as a tall, gaunt man with skin resembling tree bark, rough, brown, sometimes covered in moss. His hair was long and tangled, filled with needles, leaves, and twigs, and his beard hung down like trailing ivy. In many legends, Borowy possessed animal features, the antlers of a stag, hooves, claws, or eyes glowing like those of a wolf. People said he could change his size, towering above the treetops one moment, shrinking to the size of a child the next, barely visible among the ferns. His clothing, if he wore any at all, was woven from fur, leaves, and bark, and sometimes he looked as though he were part of the forest itself, with branches growing from his shoulders and back. Borowy could mimic the voices of both animals and humans, and his footsteps were silent, as if he moved together with the wind. He was the embodiment of the forest, beautiful, yet wild, unpredictable, and full of secrets. In Slavic beliefs, Borowy was not just a forest spirit, but its true ruler, a guardian who maintained balance between humans and nature. People believed he knew every corner of the woods, every tree, every path, and every creature. He decided who was allowed to enter the forest and who should never cross its borders. According to legend, Borowy protected animals from poachers and punished those who harmed the forest without reason. He could alter the layout of paths, shift trees, or summon thick fog that made travelers lose their way. He lured people with sounds resembling the voices of loved ones, hunters calling out, or even a child crying. Anyone who followed these sounds often wandered deeper and deeper into the woods until they could no longer find their way back. In some stories, Borowy acted as the guardian of wolves and bears, sending them to scare off intruders or to help someone who was lost. In other tales, he was a neutral being. He did not attack without cause, but he did not tolerate disrespect. It was also believed that Borowy could reward those who lived in harmony with nature, guiding them along safe paths, protecting them from wild animals, and sometimes even helping them find food. For the ancient Slavs, Borowy symbolized the forest as a living, conscious force. His legend reminded people that in the wilderness, humans are only guests and must follow its rules. Although Borowy is not as globally known as Baba Yaga, he appears in pop culture more often than one might expect. In The Witcher 3, powerful forest spirits, the Leshen and ancient Leshen, are inspired by him, capable of summoning wolves, controlling plants, and reshaping their surroundings. In games like Skyrim, Dragon Age, Pathfinder, and Baldur's Gate 3, we encounter treants, forest demons, and nature spirits clearly drawn from the same archetype. In films and series, the motif of a forest guardian appears in The Ritual, where a monstrous being lurks in Scandinavian woods, in Antlers, where nature takes on a terrifying form, and in The Vivage, where the forest becomes a domain of forces older than humanity. In Pan's Labyrinth, the faun also blends human and natural elements in a way reminiscent of Borowy. In Grim and Supernatural, various creatures inspired by European forest spirits appear as protectors of nature or dark beings dwelling in deep wilderness. In literature, Borowy appears in works inspired by Slavic mythology, such as The Bear and the Nightingale and Uprooted, where the forest is portrayed as a living, sentient force. In comics and tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons, forest guardians, ancient protectors, and wood spirits serve as modern interpretations of Borowy. Creators love this motif because Borowy embodies magic, fear, and the raw power of nature, a force humans cannot control. And now a question for you. Do you think Borowy is a guardian of the forest, a demon, or an ancient spirit of nature? How do you imagine his appearance? More human, or more like a creature born from trees and moss? And do you believe such legends arose only from fear of the forest, or is there something deeper behind them? If you want to discover more dark myths and beliefs, leave a subscription, a comment, and a like. Tell us who we should cover next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.